Hey guys, welcome back. Just wanted to do a little update on 22nd Century XXII since we did it yesterday and thought we'd continue the trend. Like I thought, we kind of settled around $3. I figured that we would dip and kind of hold around $3 while it builds support before moving back up. Like I said, we had such a long, steady, and then sharp increase that it just needed to retest like it did here. And as you can see, though, we didn't retest nearly as low as we did here, which is a good sign. We're stair stepping up. So still not worried about this stock right now. And it's great to see that it closed above $3. It's at 301. So even though it's only 1 cent, psychologically it closed above 3, so that's really good. And as you can see with the lines that we drew yesterday, we did break both of them. Looks like we dipped below 294 down to around 291 or so. But we did recover from that and we hung around 3. I guess the important question now is, though, now that we've kind of played in this 3 zone some more, do we retest again a little lower, or is it time to move up? My initial thoughts are that it's going to kind of be horizontal a little bit longer and then start to move up. Maybe with this trend here, I think that we're probably going to float along this trend line for a little bit, but it's very possible that it could be time for it to retest this one up here. But let's pull up our indicators and see what we're looking at. We're just going to keep using the same ones we did before just to keep it consistent. So on the 60-minute chart here, the Chand is right in the middle, so it's not oversold or overbought, just perfectly square in the middle. That's a good thing. And our stochastic momentum, though, it looks like we're heading back down into a sell signal. That doesn't necessarily mean that it will go down with it, but it does look like the momentum is shifting this way. But if you look at the slow line, it's still on a mostly uptrend, though, so they could meet higher up here, and it could deviate away from it again relatively quickly, depending on how it reacts. Let's see how that looks on the 15-minute as well. Okay. So yeah, so near the end of the day, it looks like we got a bit of sell-off going on. I bet some shorts were trying to kill it and get it below $3, which actually makes me think that it's stronger than this shows. We'll switch over to hollow candles. Yeah, so as you can see, that's a pretty nice little hammer going, well, not hammer necessarily, but it's a nice little candle going on because it's most of the action is near the top of it here. And this is pretty bullish because that just shows that sellers try to kill it. Man, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I like those candles at the end of the day, actually, because that means that somebody was trying to make it look scarier than it is, in my opinion. And we're oversold here on the stochastic momentum, and we're approaching oversold on the Chand. So that shows me that that should reverse relatively quickly tomorrow, maybe around 11 or so. Not a guarantee, but on the 15-minute, that's what we're seeing. Let's go to our daily really quick, which that's good. We were green on the daily. And so our sell signal happened on the daily today. And I don't know how far it'll dip below, but generally it will for a little bit. But they may honestly just ride together and go horizontal a bit before the next move up. And the Chand is still in overbought territory, but it has cooled off. So if you combine those two together on the daily, it looks like tomorrow may be horizontal or a little bit down, but I don't think it's going to be crashing or anything like that. Let's actually go to the 30-minute. Yeah, same here. So we got those sell signals still on the 30-minute, and we're getting to a buy area, though, in the Chand, getting to the oversold territory. So yeah, it's looking like a little bit down and sideways tomorrow, but maybe not much, at least so far. And let's see the MACD. Wow, so the MACD is just riding this line, right? I mean, that's pretty much as on it as you can be. And it's technically in a little bit of a sell right now. It's deviating down away from the slow line. So again, you may be able to wait a little bit and buy a little lower tomorrow morning. before those indicators make their upturn again. Let's see here. I kind of want to actually use our pivot points and the elder ray. We're going to go Fibonacci, shade it in. Let's get this out of the way. So yeah, this is even showing a little bit more bear power into the day here, but during the day, I mean, it's just really steady. This looks kind of like the MACD does. It's just kind of just straight, not really too big either way. That doesn't really give us too much information right now. But let's zoom out on these pivots. And as you can see, we're still in this upper resistance zone, which the fact that it's not dipping too hard below it may make this a new support when this resets, or at least maybe the upper support. But it's very good that it's in this resistance zone and holding it. I really like that a lot because, as you can see, we busted so far above it that it easily could have tried to retrace a lot harder. Now, I don't know if this is some peaks that are trying to avoid a retrace, but since it's in a still upward trend, it looks really strong to me. And I want to adjust, I think I finally want to adjust our fib arcs, or our fib fans here. I'm not even sure where that one came from, guys. My chart is going crazy on me. Do you guys see this? What's going on? Let's get rid of this back here. Sorry about this. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. There we go. Let's go back to our 30-minute. And I want to have this actually go on this bottom peak here and see what we're looking at. Okay, so we hit a nice little test there. It wanted to test here and it failed. That's kind of going along with it. We had our unnatural peak, retest, which went down to the bottom that we put here. So yeah, I don't like this area that we're in. Looking at this fib trend, I wish that it was kind of a little closer to this, staying on it. But like I said, at the end of the day, I think they were just trying to scare people a little bit with this hard sell-off. I don't necessarily think that it's going to dip super hard, but I do think it might retrace this bottom peak down here that we saw in the morning. It might try to test that again. And let's actually get a little bit of a arc going from here down to here and see what we get. Go to the bigger peak here. Okay. So yeah, it's wanting to test out of this circle, but it hasn't quite been able to. You can see it's kind of following here, testing here. So that was like a double confirmation right here. Yeah, so I think we're going to retrace down, and you guys are probably going to see 290s again, maybe 292 area before it bounces back up, but I don't think you'll see much lower than that. But I do honestly think that you will see that 290s again. Let's go ahead and map out a basic fib, and then let's see if we can get some opening and closing prices. Okay, so yeah, you guys are right in the middle of this zone, which is good to see. And look, even this candle hit the very bottom of this 38.2%. So as long as you guys can hold above 298 and then start recovery, that's going to be very strong. But if you start dipping hard below 297, you're probably going to end up seeing around 292 again. And that's going to be my guess there, guys. I'm going to say 297 is what you really want to stay above. I think that your morning dip and afternoon dips are going to see 292 area. Um, and I think the highest, honestly, you'll probably close or see is 311. It's not going to be a very good day tomorrow, but it's not going to be a terrible day either. If you're looking to buy, tomorrow and the next day are probably going to be your days that you want to do it. If you're trying to do something upwards, but you definitely want to check out the 292 area and make sure that it's not going to retrace back to the 0 point here on 275 or so, because that's very possible. As you can see, this thing is using fibs almost perfectly, right? So yeah, just be careful, guys. Keep an eye out for 292 tomorrow, and if you start dipping below 292, I would think about what your situation is and see if how long you're holding and see how long you think it might dip from that. All right, guys. So that was just a short video update, and hopefully it works out for you guys and it doesn't go down at all, and you do get a big day tomorrow. Have a good one.